Happy Labor Day, everybody. Just took the dog for a walk and now I'm relaxing for a bit. Finished a book this morning, maybe going to go for a bike ride. And as I was sitting here thinking about Labor Day, about this day in honor and tribute to the American worker, and in thanks for all that they offer to our society, to make our society go. And then thinking about the origins, which I believe came around the turn of the century, in a way to appease the masses of American workers who were working long hours, 7 days a week, with little government regulation to give them safe working conditions and time off. Just a humane way of working. So in a way, I think, to appease them, this holiday, this day, to honor them and give tribute to them. Take the day off. We give thanks for you. But tomorrow, get back to work now, will you please? And I've been thinking that I think in some ways the strategy of appeasement is a quite often used strategy for those in power. Sensing when things are getting to a boiling point, we better do something to appease the people. Walking this fine line for those in power, wielding their power over the powerless and over the oppressed, just giving enough oxygen to let them breathe, but not to really let them thrive. Just giving them enough water to keep them from completely becoming dehydrated, but to keep them going. Give them just enough light to let them see their way, but not too much. Giving them just enough to appease them, to keep them from revolting, to keep them from waking up to the mistreatment and the abuse and the inequality. I think that's been a long-standing strategy of those in power in many places. Just give them enough to keep them from doing to us what we've done to them. Just give them enough to keep them from revolting. Just give them enough to keep them from rebelling. Just give them enough to keep them from stringing us up and setting our houses on fire and turning everything into chaos and destruction. Just give them enough. But that strategy, I think, can only work for so long, until people begin to wake up and realize that, my God, we've only got enough air to breathe, but not to thrive. I have enough water just to keep me from dehydrated, but not to really quench my thirst. I have enough light to barely find my way, but not to truly see the way to freedom. I just have just enough to make it, but not enough to really live. But do I have enough to break out of this into something more? We've got to do better than appeasement strategy. The Christian faith is not about appeasement, it's about liberation and freedom. Our country should not be about appeasing the masses, but setting those free to liberation, to live the fullest life they can. That's what I'm thinking about today on this Labor Day. Peace and blessings to all of you, my dear friends.